vision than the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now Rattler. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Here we go, set.
Throwing from the gun. He connects downfield on 4th. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Rattler. We've got a screen to the running back. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's 4th down. Watch out now, 50 Fury.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Okay, right.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Set, ready.
Another carry for him. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Late groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. around the 48. Finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 41. A give now from the gun. And he gets him around 6 there. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on.
There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That had just enough leg. It's over the crossbar and good. And the Cowboys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Back-to-back carries here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give it to him again. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to the well again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. The give now out of the shotgun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Ready, ready. Drill green. Hey, computers, ultra. Check, huh?
Looking to throw, Rattler. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Rattler to the air now. They connect for the first. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
First down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Still has room inside the 15. He's across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
Set, ready.
Throwing is Rattler. Setting up the screen. Running in the red zone. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he hauls it across for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Saints will get the football right at that 25-yard line following the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they're not going to reach the sticks. They tried surprising them with a reverse, but the defense stops them well short. 4th down coming up.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Minkah kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Man, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Great run here. He's across the 35. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Taken in by TAP-318. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
From the gun on third down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it. 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offensive coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The give here on 2nd. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Plowing up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Here we go. Set.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's second down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's down to the H before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
Ready. 52 blaster. 22 needle. Black shot. 43 rail.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. So now from a bit further back, here's third and goal.
Come on, set. Set, huh?
They'll run here, following the penalty. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. So the Saints send out Blake Grupe for the try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Mikatomny's kick is good. And that grows the lead to 27.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Throwing from the gun here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
This one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Rattler. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Now after the incomplete pass, we've got someone shaken up and in need of some medical attention. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. First throw for the backup now. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. And he missed it. It's no good. And they continue to trail by 21. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the 2nd half of our wild card game gets underway. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Throwing it again here. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They go play action on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. He'll look to throw. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Working quickly here. On 2nd and 4. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And the defender comes away with it. Alontae Taylor has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right up the gut. Has good room at the 35. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go. Here we go. Strike. Man. Ready?
Here's Rattler. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Strike. 60. Strike. Right. Check 2. Hey, check mega. Ready?
Throwing from the gun. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They are now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Goal to go, they're passing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
On 2nd and 7. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. They're headed up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's the gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for third down. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Running it after the penalty. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They're going for this. Throw caught by his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him at the 38. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's the Saints with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Shot, 17. Red, yellow. Steal, check, steal.
Rattler to the air now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Rattler setting to throw. Complete out to the right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That's taken on the 7. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. And they pick him off again. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints have it again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Ready up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Down.
Now a give running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. Well, they dialed up that one at the right time, Brock. Pretty clear the defense was expecting pass, and they couldn't pivot when he got it as a runner instead.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make that mistake again, are they? Now with how versatile these wide receivers are in today's game, it's one of the big transitions, Kate, over the last decade. You know, you always used to see Jerry Rice and John Taylor just lined up scoring touchdowns on the perimeter. Not so fast anymore. These wide receivers today so versatile, and he showed off that on that play.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
29-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
Throwing now from the gun. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down from the red zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go. Here we go. Decisive. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Drill 52. Cut.
3rd down from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Spike 97. Watch out now. 50 steering. Ready?
Trying to push this past the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
10. Ready?
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Ready?
2nd and 6 coming up here. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what I call a nice tendency buster right there. Works to the tune of a new set of downs. Really got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Into the red zone. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints making a 3-score game in the 4th. We are going to have to dig into the scouting reports from when he got drafted, Brock, because I'm not sure any of us knew he had that kind of run in him.
No, that's usually one of the scat backs on the roster that we expect to hit home runs. Even a receiver out of that backfield if they're feeling fancy. But a fullback breaking away for that type of run,
sir.
I think he surprised us all with those afterburners.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints grow the lead now to 22 points. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints have it again after yet another interception. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. Is in! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints continue piling on to this lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. And they pick him up again. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And again, Brock, the play clock expires. What is going on down there? A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Ready.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
set.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew that when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a